Good evening. I'm Liz Bishop. Jerry has the night off tonight. He brutally beat a 67-year-old woman, dragging her out of her car and into a dark alley where he then sexually assaulted her. Today, Antonio Lopez Bautista learned he will spend the next 11 years behind bars for that crime. Jennifer Lukey was in the courtroom today for the sentencing. She joins us live now with more. Jen?
Well, Liz, the victim herself was not in court today for the sentencing, but she did testify against her attacker at the trial last month. A jury found Bautista guilty then, and today a judge sentenced him to more than a decade in state prison. Once that sentence is served, Bautista, who has been living in this country illegally since 2009, will be deported back to Mexico. In the early morning hours of May 22, 2012, the 67-year-old victim was waiting for her husband in the car in this parking lot behind the West Side Stadium in Saratoga Springs when she was attacked. A surveillance camera caught most of the brutal beating.
In this particular case, we were fortunate to have the actual footage from the restaurant, which showed this man waiting, sneaking up to this woman, ripping her out of the car, trying to force himself on her physically and in a sexual way, dragging her across the parking lot into the darkness as he heard the police coming. He's a beast. Someone who needs to be incarcerated, needs to be taken out of our community.
The attack lasted 3.5 minutes, but its effects will impact the victim forever.
Each and every day she struggles with what happened. And the mundane activities like getting in the car and driving somewhere are just forever changed for her.
In court today, through an interpreter, Antonio Lopez Bautista cried while apologizing, saying he had taken cold medicine while drinking heavily and thought the victim was, quote, a political person of corruption in his Mexican hometown.
He does say that he did black out, that he does hallucinate when he does consume alcohol.
His attorney claims Bautista is sorry.
I do see him as a human being, you know, and he is very remorseful. I've seen him shed many of tears.
The time for remorse and for thought should have been in the parking lot before he committed the act, before he dragged her out of the car, before he beat her, before he tried to rape her and do the horrific things that he did.
Now, under the law, an illegal alien who is convicted of a crime must first serve their sentence in this country before being deported, and that's because in most cases, U.S. law enforcement has no jurisdiction in other countries and can't guarantee that the penalty is carried out. Live in studio tonight, Jennifer Lukey, CBS 6 News.